Hello! My name is Cindy and today I'm going to be talking about some books that I'm really excited to read this year and really soon. I didn't know what I really wanted to talk about today. I just felt like I wanted to have a nice chat with you guys about something without doing like a book tag or a haul or anything like that. I just wanted to do something really real and just talk about books I'm excited to read. So at the moment you guys know that I'm reading the Harry Potter series again, which is a bit daunting again to read it because, I don't know, I feel like there's so many other books out there at the moment that I really want to read, and I feel like I'm just going back to something that I've already read before, and it's like, but I feel like I'm wasting time, but at the same time, like, I am excited to read these again. It's been a really long time since I read them, and I just felt like it was something I needed to do. So I'm doing sort of a Harry Christmas to You theme. I know they did that last year sometime in Christmas in America and stuff because it's wintry, so it's also wintry here. So I thought I would just do that because that sounded fun. So it's going to take me like 2 months to read it, so that's why I'm like, I'm running out of time to read other books. What am I doing? But I just want to talk about some books that I'm looking forward to reading this year, and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. So the first book is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, because the team from the Booksplosion recently read one of their books for their book of the month, and I think Christine and Kat have both gone on to read the rest of the series or some of them. So it sounds like such a good series, like high fantasy, that sort of stuff, and the covers are stunning. They're so expensive though, but I bought the 3 books on Kindle for like $24, so I thought that was pretty cheap and pretty not too bad because the beautiful covers are really expensive and I want them. But anyway, I think there's going to be like 6 in the series. I think the first 3 are from the same sort of area, and then it moves on to another like years later, decades later or something for the next 3 books, something like that. So I really want to get onto that, and I think I might read that after Harry Potter if I'm not all like burnt out from reading a lot of fantasy and that sort of stuff after Harry Potter. Another book I'm looking forward to reading probably in December sort of the year is Voyager, the 3rd book in the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon. Keen to read this one. I feel like I'm burning through the series really fast, but I've only read 2 books of 8 and there's going to be 9 soon. So I'm really excited to continue on with the world of Outlander, so that's probably going to be a later on the year read because I just finished Dragonfly and Amber last month and in May, so I need a break. Another book I cannot wait to be released is Queen of Shadows, the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series, which is my favourite series now. I read it a couple months ago and it's just the best, and I'm so excited to read it when it comes out. I've already pre-ordered on my Kindle and I'm hoping to buy the actual hardcover books to put on my shelf because it's my favourite series. I was like, I need these books. So I'm trying to like maybe get them at Christmas time, see my family can chuck in some kachingas for that. So I'm so excited for Queen of Shadows, like most anticipated book of the year. It would have been also The Dark Art of the Seas, Lady Midnight, but that's not coming out till next year, which I'm also excited for, but let's not get ahead of ourselves now. Now you don't see a lot of my bottom sort of 3 shelves, yeah, because they're down there. But I have the Lunar Chronicles. I have the first 2 in the Lunar Chronicles series, and I really want to read these. Like, I'm a little scared because they're quite hyped up and people say they're really good, so I'm a little nervous, but I have the first 2 here, and I'm kind of excited to read this series. Apparently it's really good. So nervous but really excited to get onto this series, also because I just want to read all my hardcover books because they're just so beautiful to hold and touch, and just I feel so fancy when I read hardcovers because I don't have that many, so it's like, so I definitely want to read the Lunar Chronicles soon. Hopefully we'll get into it this year, but we'll see, I guess, what happens. Down on my second from the bottom shelf, I have my sort of contemporary shelf because I only have 1 shelf for contemporary because I don't really like contemporaries that much. I find them too realistic, and usually like the protagonist has like a crappy home life and it doesn't make me feel good. So fantasy, everything else pretty much. But I'm really excited to get onto some more Colleen Hoover. I absolutely loved Ugly Love, like one of my favorites for this year by far. And I have 2, I've had these since like last August, once I started booktubing. Literally I've had these from the beginning because Christine talked about them, and I think there actually is a third in this series as well, but I definitely want to get onto these really soon, just for a little contemporary. I'm feeling a little contemporary time. I just read them every so often because I really like them that much, but I definitely want to read some more Colleen Hoover because she is the best. The last books I want to talk about though, I was trying to decide if I want to read these or Harry Potter. So awkward if they're not going to be good, but I know they will be, and that is the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. I definitely want to read these. These are stunning looking books. They're all about what I'm into at the moment, sort of Renaissance-y period, sort of high fantasy sort of stuff, and I really want to read it so bad. They're just so pretty, and they're just so matching, and they're hardcovers, and I want to read them. Mostly for like just the feel of reading them, and they just look so pretty on my shelf. So again, maybe Miss Bourne, I might read this or something after I finish Harry Potter, but I guess we'll see where we're at. But I'm so excited to read this series. Alright, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you like all the books I've talked about reading, and if you've read some of them and you think they're great, or you just want to share your feelings about any of the books I talked about, please do in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about the books, and you know, when I should read them maybe, and that would be just so good. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. So, goodbye! Kind of scared that someone's just be coming to my house really shortly to look at some electrical things, and I'm really scared because I kind of look a bit ridiculous and like I'm filming, and it makes me nervous.